Welcome to Stegosaurus Bulletin, where I read the funniest and most interesting topics on Reddit and the craziest news articles that I can find. This episode we'll be looking at the subreddit Idontworkherelady. Our next Reddit post is by Acceptable Loss 3695. Why hire special needs people? I use a cane to get around and I attend a rather competitive program, but I'm also poor. Because food takes priority over Gucci jackets and handbags, I wear the same things I've worn since high school. While things will be looking up soon, I have to finish to get free of poverty. I'm sitting in an area of campus with a coffee shop and seating. I usually study here. The coffee shop employees know me well since I always sit there to study and chat and get caffeine. On this day, the janitor is doing a once through of the place and we are chatting. He gets a call from his boss and he leaves his stuff on my table with permission. I'm drinking coffee, reading. Some freshman comes in with clearly "Daddy bought me my life I earned" clothing. Despite the actual wet floor sign being there, she ignores it, almost slips, drops her iPhone. She immediately is furious, looks right at me. "Maybe you should finish before you take a break and dry the floor," and just walks past me in a huff. I'm all for hiring special needs people, but holy crap, at least make sure they do the job and they are not taking advantage of the generosity. She says it loud enough that all the employees hear it. When she gets up to the counter, she says, "Can you believe that? Is he new?" Employee: "That's not our employee. That's a student. Leave, you're not getting coffee." "Oh come on, I can't deal with this today. Just give me my coffee with Express." Apologize to them right now. "Excuse me? Who do you think you are? Give me my damn coffee." "No, you are banned. Get out. If you don't, I'll call the campus police." "This is just a big misunderstanding. Let me talk to the owner or the manager." "No, apologize or leave. Last chance." "How was I supposed to know any of this? I'm new. I just started. Can you please give me my coffee?" She was banned for the next 4 years she was at the school. The boss that she was talking to gave me a free coffee. I apologize on behalf of my gender that she exists. This is the only coffee shop the school has on campus. The other one near the school is about a 10-minute walk. It's also not on the main road coming to the school. Our next Reddit post is by AFK Ika. I don't work here, and neither does my bag. Yeah, you heard that right. Her bag doesn't work here. Let's see what this is about. Well, hello again, fellow non-employees. It's been quite a while since I had something to share. What with the global panini and all. However, I was recently forced to reset the counter to read, "It has been 0 days since our last Idontworkherelady incident." For those who aren't aware, Aldi is a chain of mid-sized grocery stores. They rebranded themselves a few years ago as a sort of middle ground between a standard grocer and Whole Foods, with options healthier than, say, Walmart, but not full on super health craze like WF. But one of the defining characteristics of Aldi is that you pay for your cart. There's a device that locks all the carts together, so when you need one, you insert a quarter into the device, decoupling it from the next cart. When you finish shopping, you return the cart to the line and recouple it, at which point you can then remove your quarter. However, Aldi does not offer a similar function for anything else. Not hand-carried baskets, and definitely not for bags. This is where our story begins. I do most of my grocery shopping at Walmart, but I do hit the Aldi nearby for a few small things. Usually, I don't need to bother with a cart due to the low volume. Instead, I'll bring in my own foil-lined insulated bag. I have the bags because I live out in the country. So when I get takeout or buy cold stuff at the store, the stuff is still hot or cold respectively by the time I get home 15 minutes later. When I go to Aldi, I just bring the insulated bag in with me, put items into it while I shop. Tell the cashier how many of each item I have, so I don't even need to unload them. And easy peasy, no carts required. As I left the store, had just removed my mask and I passed through the doors. A few weeks ago, our dear Karen saw me with the bag in hand. I hadn't zipped it up yet, as I was still messing with the mask and had some fridge cold stuff from Walmart I was going to put into the bag in the truck before I started home. Karen must have seen that it had the foil insulation with purchased items, and this is what ensued. "Hey, you!" Why do they always snap? "You!" I turned to face her. "Yes?" "Gimme that when you're done." Points at my bag. "Ma'am, these are my groceries. I won't be done with them until I eat them in the coming weeks." "I know that. What do I look like, a moron?" "Well..." "I meant the bag, idiot." "Ma'am, this bag is also mine." "Yeah, it's yours now, but when you bring it back to get your coin, then I want it." Again, this is my bag, not the store's. Audi doesn't have bags. They only do the quarter thing for the carts. "Bull crap! They have bags at the checkout. I can see them from here." "Yeah, those are for sale, not temporary use. And this bag isn't from Audi. I got it from Amazon." "Whatever, you should still bring it to me. I only need it for a few minutes. I don't have a quarter for the car anyway." "Oh, we're in one of those situations. Gotcha. Mess with the mode engaged." In my current military job, I'm an instructor, and one of those skills we mastered during this assignment is the art of staring in silence with a completely blank look on our face. It's a great tool to force students to engage in discussion, embracing the silence until one of them gets so uncomfortable that they start talking about anything just to break the silence. We also use continuous questions to challenge students to delve deeper into topics. Lots of why and how questions that force them to come to their own conclusions. Karen, after almost 10 seconds. "Well?" "Well what?" "What are you waiting for? Go unload your groceries and bring me that bag." She was approaching shrill by the end of the sentence. "Why would I do that?" "Because I need that bag to shop." "Why is that my problem?" "What are you talking about?" "Why is your lack of bag or coins something I need to help you with?" Karen, visibly struggling with the effort of thinking. Because... Head cocks to the side a bit. Then she rallies back into indignation mode. "Ugh, just get out of my face, you little poop." "Weren't you the one who stopped me to demand I give you my personal property?" Karen, dissolving into guttural utterances that barely resembled a spoken language. Me, still hiding behind my stoic instructor face. "You people are what's wrong with this country." She stormed off into the store without a cart. "Have a wonderful day," as I wave at her. Oh, the joys of malicious passivity. Our next Reddit post is by Mental L16. Racist lady pushes me because she mistakes me for an employee. A bit of a backstory. I moved to the UK when I was like 10, so I have only lived in England for 5 years. So English is not my first language. I am an Asian, and I speak mostly every language in Asia due to my dad making us travel all my life. However, due to the fact I settled in England, I go around to Chinese, Japanese, Korean communities to not forget the languages I had learned. So we were at a festival in a park, and I was speaking to one of the stall owners who was speaking in Mandarin to a kid, and when this happens, I get excited, so I went up to him and started speaking. The stall owner was shocked, as even though I just called myself Asian and I'm actually from Pakistan, which is right next to India. And this is still Asian, but for some reason I need to say India for people to know where I'm from, because most people don't know that India is part of Asia. So to this shopkeeper, I looked Indian. However, I kind of look Asian, so to any regular white old Karen, I'll look like I'm somewhere from China or somewhere. So me and the stall owner were talking about stuff, and the stall keeper went to the back of the stall to get something. Here enters Karen. She screams at me, "I want 2 pretzels!" I had only lived in England for 3 months at this point, so I got scared cause I was like, pretzels? And I shouted to the man, "This woman wants 2 pretzels!" because I could understand, just not speak. This lady was getting impatient and told me to get them with a lot of hostility. I didn't move cause I didn't work there. She then pushes my shoulder and started gesturing very rudely. like I was an idiot. She then got so annoyed she tried to grab my top, but I moved away. Luckily, my savior, the stall owner, came back and saw what just happened, and she said, "We don't work here." And she screamed, "Well, how am I meant to tell the difference?" Now me and the stall owner were in shock. Lucky Chinese people can be the best people I have ever met, so he stood up for himself and said, "Take your attitude somewhere else." She then threatened to get the manager of the festival, and he even said, "If you got the queen, I wouldn't serve you." That made me laugh, and Karen walked off in a mood. The fact that she pushed you OP and then tried to grab your top is an absolute no-no, whether you were an employee or not. I would have flagged down security and let them know she's causing problems. Thank you so much for watching another episode of Stegosaurus Bulletin. You can like the video if you like, and subscribe for more crazy stories.